lo sepas que estamos en directo.
Estaba tuneando el coche, tío, ahora sí está guapo, Se puede poner, que no lo sabía, tío, que se podía poner logotipos y estas mierdas.
Logotipos. Ah, sí, claro, patrocinadores. Claro.
Que no lo sabía, tío.
Sí. Yo que lo estuve viendo ayer por la noche, en plan el casco, el mono, todo eso, personalizándolo.
Ni idea, tío.
Lo dejé bastante chulo.
Pues los coches estos molan, se corren como, son como los F1 normales, creo, al mismo nivel. Los noto idénticos, igualmente.
Pues no lo sé, la verdad que tampoco...
No noto de todo.
Baja un poco la tele.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Voy a jugarlo, lo acabo y digo que ya lo he acabado. Bueno, en cuanto a, me dijeron que Javi, en cuanto acabe el partido, que no van a ensejar nada, así que... De puta madre.
No me caliente el partido
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq
Cohen. Contra Chargers.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second
down. Por el todo.
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making out play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
No, sí, coño, la prórroga que fui yo.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
This will be a loss of
Sería dándose el primer empate de la liga.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
Vamos a intentarlo. Ay, voy a drop, o sea, drop en plan...
Nearly a turnover on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down.
El tema ya solamente de plan, que solamente tenemos que estar atentos a...
That's a nice start for them.
¿Cómo se llama esto? A correr y solamente le das al L1 y a cambiar enriquecido que estás más atento a la conducción que otra cosa.
Muy color,
Lo único que tengo que aprender un poquito ahora es a trazar y tal, pero en cuanto de vida de trazar y eso, los circuitos. Pero no porque se me mal el juego bien, sino por el tema de que lleva tiempo sin jugar F1 más que nada.
Yo la cámara más que nada, o sea, yo lo que veía más o menos pillado ya.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18
yards that time. No patina tanto cuando... Por cierto, estoy jugando con nieve, no me acabo de dar cuenta ahora.
Que no se va nada.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Como contra la máquina, el partido se hace más fuerte.
Now a give right side. Swift and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
El casco, los guantes, el coche, Ale, súper
Charles,
guapo
they
todo,
won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on.
And he's going to eat this one. He's down to go.
Todas encima, para cerrarnos una y no puedo,
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Mahomes firing complete, and down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Swift. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Gibbs got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Ted Ginn, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this, of course, the final Sunday night game of the year. All-day games in Week 17, 13 in the early window. Among them, you've got Steelers, Ravens, Dolphins, Pats, Saints and Panthers, Chiefs, Chargers, just to name a few. And then 3 more in the late afternoon out west. Raiders, Broncos, Cards and Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then that's it for the 2019 regular season. From the 27, Trubisky. Ginn has it complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You took the tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And his pass incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Montgomery, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner Kyle Fuller. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mahomes going to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
3 down. Hey, check.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. This is caught by Gill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one? And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, won't.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Watch out, watch out.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tano passing yo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw, and he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted But it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field.
Hey.
Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Pero me han interceptado un par de veces. Es que no veas, la máquina agüita. Cuando se pone, se pone.
La máquina da por culo, tío. Es que es lo peor, ¿sabes? O sea, es aburrido, pero da por culo. O sea, es que tiene las dos cosas, ¿sabes?
Asqueroso, te lo digo. A veces cuando se enchichan ahí a hacer defensas, agüita, bueno, y cuando están la típica está en tercera y pico, que pasan siempre.
Siempre pasa, tío. Siempre encuentra el pase, casualidad.
¡Mira! ¿Qué pasa? En tercera y pico.
Hemos ido un poquito.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
They said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
Los Jets, me están gustando y todo, Madre.
Mal equipo, como...
No, y el Darnold se está portando, Hostia puta.
They'll find Miller. That's
complete. Parece Dios, Darnold.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Lo único malo son que no tiene Titans y la línea ofensiva es lamentable.
Hombre, si el jugador tiene manos para interceptar. Era un pick 6, claro.
La repetición de la carga, el resumen este que ponen en otro juego, que sé yo.
And there wasn't a big run back associated with it. Really, this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and only to the yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Yo no tengo grupo de SFR.
Now Mahomes. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will be taken down. Big pickup.
Claro, la siguiente sí la corro, pero no tiene grupo.
The final play of the 3rd quarter. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
¿Cuánto te queda de partido?
Voy al último cuarto.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Fíjate una cosa, Brian, que me ha pasado, que tenía una potra, chaval. ¿Tiene una potra? Que nunca, no había pasado nunca en la vida. A ver, me imagino que ha pasado porque es la máquina, ¿sabes? Pero míratelo. Un punt que devuelvo yo la puta máquina se la traga, o sea, la va a intentar como coger y bueno, y como se dice esto, y le dan el pie y luego la cojo yo. O sea, la tenía que coger él y le dan el pie, no la coge y vengo yo por ahí, la cojo y me la llevo.
Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case it comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. You're impressed, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, and Graham's got it. Complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on third down there, but he can't connect. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Number of times he had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Que asco da la máquina, que asco da la máquina.
Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Swift. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you've been thinking about setting
Yo quiero ver en qué posición me toca, más que nada. A ver, equipo yo quiero unos cuantos, pero después de donde me toque, porque si me toca el último, pues como comprenderás, no tengo mucho que decir.
Poca cosa. Rezar porque te toque el que no quieres ganar.
Si es el último equipo, Brian, es que va a ser uno de los equipos que no quiero. Que es muy difícil que te tocaría un, no sé, si te toca elegir último, yo creo que desde Jaguars a...
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. Things that you have to do. Late game situations.
Tiene cositas al menos, el quarterback me gusta, el chat este...
comes up in that meeting, then you practice it.
Que es una puta mierda, no te lo niego.
A ver, es un equipo que no es para una temporada, o sea, que va a ir evolucionando poco a poco. Pero claro, yo te digo en plan, hay equipos así que pues eso, que en la primera temporada pues te come los mocos porque no hay donde sacar sustancia.
A ver, yo lo que quiero es elegir a la mitad. La mitad, eso te incluso, mira, te digo, hasta el 17 por ahí no me importa, tío. No me importa,
Hay 32 equipos, es que hay equipos, no todos los equipos son chapas. Eso, de todo eso, ves dónde está todo el mundo ya colocado, en qué división, conferencias y tal. Y luego ya pues, voy mirando porque es que salía luego también decir, a ver, si me toca entre los 5 primeros tampoco va a dejar, la verdad. A lo mejor de los 5 mejores equipos de la liga. Pero sí, a mí tampoco me gustaría coger un 13, un 12, son por ahí, un 14.
Por ahí está, es lo mejor, yo creo.
Pero que no sé si pillarme un equipo ya top o un equipo desde abajo para ir mejorando poco a poco. No sé qué tampoco.
Yo ya veré los equipos y a ver cuándo elijo.
Depende sobre todo eso, cuando te toca elegir. ¿Ya tienes algo pensado? Bueno, a mí si me toca primero me cojo los Ravens y te caigo.
Ah, si me toca primero, ¿viste?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
De los primeros, cojo de los 49ers, Ravens, equipos así. Yo no estoy cogiendo.
49ers puede ser un gran...
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he dropped
Hay que
it.
mirar a ver cómo están de salario y todo eso también.
Sí, yo el Capron lo voy a mirar,
Well, it just seems like all game
Por eso
long there
por eso
hasn't been a lot
49ers
of
igual no me los
sync
cojo.
quarterback to
Depende
wide
del
receiver on this side
contrato,
of the football.
renovaciones
They haven't been
inminentes
on the same
que va a tener que desprenderte de ellos.
quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Ya, por favor.
What's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Los Saints, el problema es que el quarterback es muy viejo y no ve relevo.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Bueno, pero te pillas un
The connection made. It's Graham.
Sí, pero...
Give him 9 there on the first down.
Sí, pero si tienen equipazo. Bueno, traspasas a algún jugadorazo que tiene juego con 4, eres tú también.
Key to the drag route.
No habrá jugadores ahí para...
And giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Italia, la mamadona.
But this time it's incomplete.
me cambió el diseño del coche?
Another pass attempt, another
¿Por qué
incompletion.
no le habrán dado la
Just
X? A lo
little
mejor
over
encima.
100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
He's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, the first down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they
Hizo como un salto en una
he will
gata.
go down. Sacked back at the 46. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Trubisky. Pressure again, and down he goes again.
Oye, que eso la del Memphis y he visto que se la come enseguida,
As
pero
they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears do
A mí no me
the
gusta,
third and
contra la gente ya no
long.
me gusta, o sea, de...
No, contra la gente de Memphis
Now Trubisky on third and
no es muy
long.
efectiva. Vamos a dejarlo.
And a throw there gonna be
Yo lo uso como mucho una vez.
incomplete.
Depende de la situación, tal. Si sé que se va a jugar un pase largo, a lo mejor, pero desde que te saque con el running back o te pone el tight end a bloquear, no pasa ya lo de los lados y entonces ya estás muerto. Como no te pasen rápido lo que tienes en los laterales, estás muertísimo.
Yo que no lo uso, yo uso...
And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10.
Vamos a hacer por medio,
So
¿no?
well done
Este tío me va
there.
a
These
pedir
punters, they get
por
more
medio.
specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Italy.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So
Bueno,
time to
nos
start
ponemos
going
15.
in the other direction as they come
Y
up
nos lo
now
jugamos todo en la
third and
última
long.
jornada.
Put that team on the button.
Es más, ahora en caso de empate, voy a verlo ahora, pero en caso de empate ahora mismo, voy yo delante de él, creo.
Y este izquierdo de mierda, loco. ¿Qué era, Ale?
Obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said,
Creo
and
que ahora
hey, come
mismo
on, guys, we
iría
have
yo
to play
delante de él
better. But
por las
sometimes it's just
victorias de
sharpening your
división.
execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced
¿Viste la
all
jugada
week
que se
without
pegó el
major
André?
adjustments, just doing them better,
Sí,
and that
chaval,
got it done in this one.
Luego un rato pasé.
So for the Chiefs,
A mí es que ni se me pasa por la cabeza hacerlo.